everyone, and thanks for joining us on this episode of the Pave It Forward podcast. My name is Phil Metzger, and with me is Kevin Gray, and we are here to help leaders in the paving industry who are looking to run more efficiently, meet their ideal customers, and improve the lives of those around them through meaningful work. This episode is going to be just a little bit different. We're going to be previewing the National Pavement Expo, NPE, but we still wanted to try to bring you guys some helpful information and maybe have a short conversation about the best educational resources that come to mind over our journeys. But first things first, Kevin, you just got back from vacation, man. How you doing today?
I did, man. Settling in. We got in late Thursday, about midnight. This is Friday morning. So getting settled back in, man. Quick turnaround to Charlotte here for the week. We've got a retreat with K&L Industries and JB Line. So a couple companies coming together a few days before NPE, and getting a couple days to recharge here and hit the road again tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is straight from vacation back into some education. Yeah. That'll be neat because I know you and K&L, both of your all's teams have some similar missions, and even just you've mentioned in the past that hearing advice, even if your team has heard it before from someone else, can be really useful. So, and I really enjoy speaking with Keith. So I hope you guys have a great time there.
Yeah, really looking forward to it, man.
I really hope everyone listening today is having a great day, and we look to bring you, the business owner, the value that you're looking for. Really quickly, I just want to thank everyone again for reaching out to us and support. Those who have commented directly on YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and those who have inquired about our services. I also invite you to go to paveitforwardinc.com. That's paveitforwardinc.com, and check out our paving industry report, and also the spring foundation class that we are still accepting applications for. So head on over to paveitforwardinc.com and you'll see both of those links. And please check out some other material if you're interested in potentially joining us for a 3-month class for that solid foundation spring class. But getting into the National Pavement Expo, which is coming up this week, it'll be Thursday through Saturday. I believe there's a preview day on Wednesday as well, but that's February 23rd through 26th in Charlotte. And just a really quick breakdown of what Kevin and I are going to be speaking about. We have found that a content marketing strategy that showcases your company's culture and operations while solving the customer's problems is the best way to approach marketing in the paving industry. I just want to repeat that real quick. Content marketing is a type of marketing that focuses on your overall plan as a company. It's not just social media, it's getting people to your website. And we believe that the best way to get people to your website, into that kind of customer journey, is through showing them your culture and operations. So we're going to speak for a 90-minute session. We have a great presentation put together. I personally am really freaking pumped, Kevin.
Yeah, man. Yes.
I have been holding on to a lot of this information for years. You fit into, we really didn't even know that this was a certain approach. We really just started experimenting, and you came around to the camera, you came around to the microphone, and it's really worked out well.
Took a little practice.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to put myself on the field, but...
Oh, it took practice for both of us. I remember our first sit-down interview, I had you try to talk to a mop.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were sitting in your garage back there, and we had a guy that knew about the camera angles, but I was pretty new to interviewing.
Yeah.
And it's come a long way, man. So I'm excited to tell people how we did it, and then a lot of the findings and research, more importantly, based on that. So, but in this session, the NPE session, we'll cover ideas on how to build your company for your ideal market, methods to improve company strengths to find better customers, a basic understanding of content marketing, a social media strategy and presence. We also have a dialogue about shaping your work culture and the benefits of that when it comes to marketing, and then really how culture marketing and operations really work together. But in light of this upcoming NPE, I wanted to discuss some of the best education that you feel like you may have invested in for your company, Kevin. Can you think of a particular class or type of education that really impacted your company growth?
Yeah, a lot of the foundational stuff that I kind of picked up outside of the mentorship that I had. A lot of my education, knowledge, things I picked up along the way have come, directly from very close mentors of mine. But I mean, shoot, I was just looking through some books here a minute ago. We've been going to NPE since 2011-12, so it dates back. And we're fortunate enough now to be able to be generating enough money to where we're actually taking the entire company this year, taking about 20 of us
Wow.
down to Charlotte for the week. So that's really cool to not only the owner of the company and maybe some of the top management, foreman people to be able to go, but take our entire company and all of our crew members down there. Is going to be very impactful, and hopefully those guys can bring back a lot of newfound knowledge, information, education. But some of the things going back, I think I've probably attended every class possible that NPE has to offer over the years, and probably some of them multiple times,
Right.
not even knowing it. But some of the best for me as a business owner were those that really helped me understand job costing and tracking productivity and really diving in, to the numbers of the business. When I started to figure those things out as the business owner, I really started to get a grasp on not just going out and paving driveways and parking lots and how to run the field operations. Really starting to understand from an educational standpoint, the numbers behind all of it, and making sure that we were checking all those boxes along the way. So
Sure.
those there were a couple of them in there that were very impactful for me as the business owner. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you? What about your crews? I know in the past you've taken your leaders and they've signed up for 1 to 3 classes maybe over the
Yep.
week. As far as maybe training your crews or sales or office or whatever you might be able to kind of slip in there. Do you? What does your education kind of look like for your employees?
Yeah, and what we've done historically is, we've gone to NPE, we've gone to World of Asphalt, gone to some other shows, and what we've done. I've gone to most of those, and like I said, I've taken a few of the management folks through the years as well, and we've basically take everything we've gathered from these educational classes, and we kind of mold them, mesh them in with some of our beliefs and ways that we operate internally, and been able to create specifically tailored presentations, educational courses, if you will, for our crews, for our employees. So it's been a good blend, to be able to bring that stuff back and kind of combine it with some of our philosophies and techniques, and be able to give that information, to the entire company. Now, the beautiful thing this year, being able to take everybody, is that they're all going to get that, firsthand this week as well. So they're going to be getting it direct. And then some of the other educational things we do, and I can't emphasize how important this is. If you've got your equipment dealers and vendors back home that you're buying equipment from, materials, your trucking, whoever you're buying your trucks from, or whatever. More times than not, they've got internal educational pieces that they'll be more than willing to come out to your business. They'll bring you lunch or whatever, and do some educational PowerPoint slides, presentations for your crews. I mean, all you got to do is ask. Caterpillar is great. They do some education for us every off season, kind of during our orientation period as we're getting ready for the season. Uhl Truck Centers, who we buy most of our trucks from, and they'll come in and they've got some courses and classes they'll put our truck drivers through. So get with your equipment dealers, get with your vendors. They've got stuff that they can come in and provide for your crews and teams as well.
Nice. So is this after a purchase they do this, or is it?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's by the time you've got that kind of relationship established with those folks, it's more than likely you've purchased something from them.
Sure.
So it is kind of an added benefit to that relationship.
Sure.
I mean, they've got we had Caterpillar and Weiler come in last year. We've had Leeboy come in the past. They've even flown guys in from out of town to come in and do these presentations for us.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit of a sales pitch at the same time,
Absolutely, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I was just thinking, and previously we had spoken about, the advantages of buying newer equipment, and I can only, instead of buying someone else's problems, in an old piece of equipment. So I just thought that might be a little extra benefit You know, to
There's always a sales pitch involved there.
Sure. Well, that's great. I know I'm excited to go down there and be with the guys. I know a lot of them. Some of them were asking if I was going, and I think they might be a little surprised that I'm teaching.
Yeah, on a stage.
Yeah. But I'm really excited. There have been some times in the past when I went. I guess it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Getting to hang out was you were able to go from bringing 2 or 3 leaders to like 6 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been a transition.
So, you know, it was really great. And last time you brought your wife. And so, you know, it was great for them to see the behind the scenes type of Kevin and family stuff too. So I'm really excited. And from the responses from social media, you know, you also hinted at in the past that this is kind of a getaway from wives and families. Our audience is really taking it seriously. I even talked to one gentleman and who reached out to us about some services, and I said he had said he was tired of being in the office, you know, and he was looking forward. And I'm like, well, that'll be nice for you to get that vacation at NPE. And he stopped me really quickly and said, this is not a vacation. Nice. So yeah, we're definitely going to be having some casual conversations, but I'm looking forward to that shop top, man.
That's great. That's the thing. You get you know, all these people in the industry who are mostly pretty like-minded if they're taking the time and investing the money to participate at things like this. I mean, they're down there to learn, hopefully, and really the sense of community, getting all these folks together and talking blacktop, man. It's pretty darn fun.
Yeah, and please, if you end up going to NPE, seek us out. Even if you can't make our session or anything, we will come check us out or come talk to us before or after. There's a good possibility that if we have some energy left or anything like that, we're going to be going out afterwards for a few hours. So to have, just really have those conversations, because it's really neat to see the light bulb go off for so many people.
It is. And a lot of times, that even though I've been in the industry 10, 12 years, and now fortunate enough to be teaching some of these classes. I mean, some of the stuff I'm reminded of by the younger folks or the people just getting into the business, like, things that I've gone past and think I've kind of forgotten about. It's like, man,
sure.
It's a nice reminder to be able to get their perspective as well.
Sure.
It's very, very rewarding both ways.
Yeah, I imagine you've forgotten the things you've taken for granted while sharpening the saw at the same time, 100%. Sharpening the axe. Yeah, that's great, man.
It's really cool.
So yeah, if you are going to be going to NPE, please seek us out. We will be speaking on Thursday, the 24th at 1 p.m. So come see us. Our session is called How Documentary Style Marketing Changed My Business. So yeah, please come see us. If you'd like to get all of our notifications, if you wouldn't mind going to paveitforwardinc.com, and you'll see us sign up for the newsletter and notifications button. Just put in your email, and you'll be signed up for notifications, and you can unsubscribe at any time. That's pretty annoying when companies make it hard to do that.
Yeah.
So, also just to remind you that the paving industry report is underway. This is phase 2. If you go to paveitforwardinc.com, there will be a short 20-question survey, and this really helps us let us know what to focus our attention on, and what you guys might want to hear and know about. From our perspective, for the industry in general, it's just nice once the report comes out to see where you kind of stack up with everyone else, see what other people are doing and what problems they might have. So even if we're not involved, you can have that conversation and begin to get the gears turning. Just a reminder also that you can find us on YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn, and our podcast is now on all major platforms. We appreciate you guys sticking with us. We attempted to go live from Jamaica with some technical issues.
Connectivity problems there.
We tried to go live today. We have some connection issues, but I hope if nothing else, this shows you all that we are dedicated to bringing you all some information.
Whatever it takes, man.
Whatever it takes. So please reach out to us. If you want a personalized message on Instagram, say hello, LinkedIn or YouTube. Other than that, we are going to pack up and head to NPE. Kevin,
do it, man.
Any last thoughts for the people?
Man, I just like you said, I mean, just if you're down there, come find us. We'll either be in some Pave It Forward gear, or look for that ADC paving logo. I think most everything's going to have the Dirty Boy logo on it this year. So, and there'll be 20 of us down there. So even if it's not myself or Phil, grab somebody on our team, man. And let's get to know each other. Let's catch up with friends and all that. And I'm glad you brought that up. The gentleman that kind of stopped you in your tracks about how this isn't a vacation. If you're spending your hard-earned money to go down there and learn this week, or your company is being generous enough to send you down there, I mean, take this stuff seriously. I mean, there's a reason we've been doing this stuff for 10 or 12 years, going to these shows. I mean, there is some extreme value, and it's not all in the, like you said too. It's not all in the classroom. It's the camaraderie. It's those conversations outside of the classroom, the networks that you can build, the friendships that you can gain at these shows. I've met some of my best friends in the world today from going to these shows, and we stay in touch regularly. So we can. This industry is in the midst of a pretty big overhaul, and it all stems from the relationships that are being built on social media and at these shows and across the country. So I advise folks to go down there, take it seriously, meet some new people, establish some new relationships, make some friends, and we can move this ship a lot further, a lot faster, all together than we can apart. So
That's right. Yeah, and it's we had alluded to it before. Being a business owner can be a lonely place, especially if you feel like you don't have anyone else in the industry to even talk to or relate to. So,
Right.
come say hello. We are really excited to see everyone.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
But anyways, thank you all so very much for listening. We appreciate you all spending your time with us today. And this has been the Pave It Forward podcast, where we aim to help leaders in the paving industry who are looking to run more efficiently, meet their ideal customer, and improve the lives of those around them through meaningful work. Thanks for listening, everybody.